Got this game a couple of days ago. Just powered through a lot of these programs, some with more or less terrible results. So you can see here, sequence indexer. I don't know, some of these are total hack programs. Divider, yeah, this divider is basically using subtract method where you just loop through and keep subtracting the denominator till you get negative value. That one I did pretty good on the cycle count. That's kind of in the middle. That one's really bad. Yeah, this part I just unlocked that. The, what do they call it? TIS-net directory. Let's look at a couple of these. Sequence indexer. So yeah, I just I use these two stacks. Basically, this first module here. Basically, it loops through and reads in the sequence, and then goes into a second loop where it's just taking the numbers off the stack, and then just running it's a real hack program, just basically running the sequence by equal amount of times. It just runs the full sequence past the X index and just counts until it finds, whichever value, and then it spits that out, but it keeps looping through. So it's pretty much, constant performance regardless of these numbers. There's no optimization at all. Then the divider, like I said, you get the NA. That's the numerator, and then the NB is the denominator. So you can see the subtract in that first node to the left there. It's got that subtract, the second instruction. So if you look at the idles, that one's doing a lot of the work. It's just a stupid loop. You can see on the right-hand side that it's incrementing that accumulator. So yeah, the far right node, that's what goes to the quotient. And then the middle node that just spits out the remainder down to out R. So it's pretty much a hack. And then the window filter, this one was crazy. I just like I said, these are all pretty hacky, but all these no-ops, it's basically, I'm trying to manage the synchronization with all these little modules, and basically trying not to get more than one value on these stacks. I'm just using them as a temporary storage just for one value. And if I don't put the no-ops in there, it would start overflowing the stack because I want them in sequence. So basically using these modules, a lot of these are being used like delay lines. And then, because I want to, for out 3, you need a kind of a delay of 3. For out 5, you need a delay of 5. And so I'm moving the data all over the place, just because there's each of these modules doesn't have hardly any registers, so there's not much you can do in them. At least not much I can do. But anyway, you can see it running here. But like I said, you look at the stacks, it's just keeping one value on there. So if I don't add those no ops, the synchronization kind of gets out of whack. So it's really kludgy when you have to do that. Add extra cycles just to keep the synchronization correct. Okay, the histogram viewer. It's basically, you got to keep track of X and Y coordinates. So basically the top, the second, the middle, kind of middle node on the right, top right, that one's keeping track of the X coordinates. And then you have, the middle left, that's the Y coordinate. And then in the center, that one is just mixing all the values together, in the proper order. And it also creates the white value. There's probably a bug in it because it's actually writing to the top. Well, the top is basically the, like 0, 0. So it writes to that top row at some point. But yeah, so you need probably more code inside that center node to really catch those kind of bugs. But none of the test cases goes up to that line. So that's it for now. If you have any questions or just want to tell me I suck, just leave a comment.